country. I do not know the culture well. I do not know what employers are looking for. How can I differentiate myself from others? How do I behave during an interview? What should I wear? What do others usually wear? Am I ready enough? Will they prefer the local and the more experienced candidate? Oh, so many questions. Too much anxiety. Job interviews can be really stressful. They can be even much more stressful when you are new to the country and the labor market. But do not worry. If you prepare properly for your job interview, then you can get rid of stress and show your interviewer why they must hire you. Our team is here to provide you with a guide on how to prepare and behave during the interview process. Before we start, it is important to understand what a job interview is. A job interview is a meeting where the employer and hopefully your future boss asks you questions about your knowledge, skills, career and personality in order to examine your suitability for the job, and you answer honestly while trying to impress him/her. A job interview can take many types. The most traditional and frequent type of interview is the face-to-face interview, in which the interviewer and the interviewee are in the same place. During the interview, the interviewer aims to test how you will fit into the company. Some other types of interviews are online interviews, where the interview is undertaken without the need for the interviewer and the interviewee to be at the same place. Telephone interview, where the employer asks questions over the telephone in order to make the first screening. Panel interview, where there are many interviewers and one interviewee. It is good to be aware that usually, when there is a group of interviewers, each one has a specific role to play in order to examine how you would act to different people and situations. Breakfast or lunch interviews. These interviews are becoming more and more popular nowadays. Although these interviews have a bit of an informal character, it is extremely important to have in mind that they are still interviews in which the employer aims to assess the behavior, skills, and knowledge of a candidate. Assessment day includes a combination of selection methods and interviews like face-to-face interview, psychometric tools, exams, group exercises, presentations, etc., in order to assess in a holistic way the candidate's suitability for the job. What types of questions can be asked during an interview? Usually at the beginning of the interview, background, credentials, and experience verification questions are used by the interviewer in order to validate the information provided in your CV, as well as to break the ice. Other questions that focus more on your suitability to the job are job knowledge and competency questions. They aim to examine the technical knowledge and competencies that are required in order to perform the job. Situational and behavioral interview questions. They ask you to think about a specific situation and explain what action you would take or you took if you have past experience in such a situation. An example of that type of question would be, how would you approach? Did you approach a difficult customer? Growth mindset and lateral thinking questions are becoming more and more popular nowadays, as growth mindset and lateral thinking are becoming core competencies that employers seek in a candidate. Examples: growth mindset. Tell us about a time when you felt you were not good at something at work. Lateral thinking. Tracy's mother had 4 children. The first child was named April, the second was named May, the third June. What was the 4th child called? Now that you have a better understanding of what a job interview may look like, let's see some tips relating to the preparation before, during, and after the interview. Before the interview, analyze the job, the company, and the culture. Consider why you are interviewing and your qualifications. Have in mind the interview and question types that exist and understand their aim. Consider your answers to common questions such as, what are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? Why should we hire you? Why do you want to work here? What are your goals? Why did you leave, or why are you leaving your job? Can you tell me about yourself? What is your greatest professional achievement? Tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced at work and how you dealt with it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What will your first 30, 60, or 90 days look like in this role? Learn about the interviewer. Get your interview clothes ready. Dress appropriately. Think about what to bring to the job interview. Get directions and plan your journey. Sleep well the night before. Eat a healthy and preferable light breakfast, lunch. Don't forget copies of your CV, diplomas, etc. And practice, practice, practice. Day of the interview. Arrive on or before time. Be kind, be alert. Be careful about first impressions. They do matter. Make a friendly, professional greeting. Give examples of your accomplishments. Answer questions in a clear and concise way by using the SOARA technique. Situation. Present the situation in a short and concise way. Objective. Refer to what did you have to achieve in that situation. Action. Make a reference on your actions. Results. Do not forget to indicate the results of your action. Aftermath. And finally, refer to what did you learn from that situation. Stay focused. Ask questions. Ask for a business card if not already given to you. Keep notes. Listen carefully. Ask for clarifications. Provide evidence and examples as much as possible. Use professional vocabulary. Be positive. Thank the interviewer. And of course, be careful about non-verbal communication. According to Albert Mehrabian, only 7% of what we communicate consists of the literal content of message. The way we speak constitutes 38% of our communication, and our body language constitutes the remaining 55%. It is important to maintain good eye contact with the interviewer. Sit upright and do not cross your hands. Have serious yet smiling face at times. Focus on the right words and the key words. Speak in a way that shows positive energy and positive mood. Talk in a polite manner, regardless of the age of the person you have in front of you. Speak slowly and clearly. Pausing is a very important tool which grabs the other person's attention. Do not use sounds and expressions to fill silence, such as, how about a handshake? A weak handshake shows that you are shy, anxious, uninterested, while a too strong handshake shows that you want to gain power. The right handshake is neither strong nor weak. The body language of the interviewers is also important to be noticed in order to adjust your communication. Read the body language by studying the eyes and the face, paying attention to the distance between you, investigating whether there is any mirroring that is copying others' gestures and non-verbal language. Examine the direction of the heads and moves. Examine hand signals. Checking the position of the arms. After the interview, do not forget to follow up. Send a thank you email. Inform your references that they might be contacted. Evaluate your performance. Learn from your mistakes. In general, do not arrive late. Arrive for the interview without a copy of your CV. Speak loudly. Ask the interviewer any personal questions. Use bad words about your previous or current company employer. It is important to know that the candidate who gets the job is the one that has the knowledge, skills, abilities, personality, incentives, adaptability, genuine interest for the job, and of course, the one that is authentic and well prepared. Are you ready? Be yourself, prepare well, and let's get started. You got this!